I think the first thing to really bear in mind through this inspection is the fact that the hail came straight down. So we're not going to see a lot of sideways stuff on the walls. Also, there are gutter screens on these gutters, and they probably saved the gutter runs from any dings that we would normally see. So I'm not very expectant to find anything on the metal. So all I'm doing now is just getting my pictures to get the lay of the land. In case we ever do work here, we know what's going on. We know how to protect the landscape. But you might find some dings. See, you got some dings there, but when you're talking about metal,
oh yeah, I see them.
It's like you're just talking about dings.
Marring.
Yeah, it's just marring. Like, yeah, it's just marring. Like, that's not damage, right? I'm not the kind of roofer who's going to look at a scratch and call that damage. It's like a soccer player who goes like that and they're like, oh, and then they cry for 5 minutes and then they're back on their feet running around. That's an electrical box that you don't see often in someone's backyard. Although, take a look at that. So you see that?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, but that's not a seam.
That can't be from down.
You don't, it's hard to tell. It is hard to tell. Then you got that hip right there. We'll pull the ladder up and take a closer look. But when you're talking about quail egg sized hail coming down for about 10 minutes, I bet we're gonna find stuff up there.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a nice home.
What's this outside exterior made out of?
This stuff here
Yeah.
looks like you got your trim board. Looks like a typical, maybe a 1x1.5, or no, 1x2. And it's just wood. I don't know what kind of wood, but you can kind of see it's pretty solid. I don't know my siding that well. Siding is not my wheelhouse, but it's good to learn. And they got brick over here. You have a gable vent, so that's how the roof is breathing. And then, boy, do you see the uplifted flashing beneath? So you see the gable vent, and then if you run your eyes down to the roof line,
Where that popped up.
that's flashing. It's all popped up.
That's weird.
That's what nails will back out over time through the contraction of the material beneath that it's fastened to. The contraction and expansion over time, and that's what you get.
I feel like the side would be the easiest way to get up, no?
I think you're right. I'll pull the ladder around. So the fact that we saw that metal marring like we did, my guess is we're gonna find something in the something on the shingles. So I'd say we should prepare to do a really good, thorough on the roof inspection. I see it.
heavyweight right there. Is it heavier or not?
It's rated for 300 pounds. No, mine is not heavier.
I mean, technically you get A-frame this thing, right?
What, you mean this roof line right here?
Well,
I guess, but I don't want to. What are you talking about, the ladder?
Ladder.
Oh, yeah. That's why these things are so cool, man. Like, they're so versatile.
So what kind of safety checks are you doing? I know it's kind of huge.
Well, first of all, the evenness is the first thing.
Oh, you can adjust it with those little bottom things if you need to.
Oh, that's what it is, huh?
And if you need to adjust it, you
How do I?
hit these up like. You see how?
Oh, that's why it was all kind of long. So the first, honestly, when you're, every time that you set your ladder up, 100% of the time, you put your toes to the bottom of the roof, the bottom of the ladder, and you reach out. And if you can't reach it, it's too far, it's set too far. The problem with that is you get up it, bottom could slide out from under you. So you want to move it up a bit so you can do that. That's where you want your ladder set every time. Then of course if it's too high and it's like this, if it's set up too high and you're able to reach out too far, then the chances are that the top could come back. So get yourself set up, and that's where you want to be. Take a look at the roof eave. These gutter screens are screwed down, and there is starter on this 3-tab, but it looks like they used 3-tab instead of starter. So interesting. And then, oh, that is starter. Or is it starter? I don't know. It looks like they reused. Got the felt over the top, felt paper over the top of the drip edge, but then you had the gutter installed over. You got the gutter installed on top of the drip edge. Not a big deal, but it does not close that seam. It creates a seam. Oh, this is weird. Want me to hold your camera? Oh, you got it?
What do you see?
Oh man, just nails completely backed out of the flashing. Completely backed out. And they even got rusted ones over here. So if she wants to put this house on the market, this whole thing, what we need to do is basically a refasten of the flashing across this line right here at least. And what I'd recommend is refastening it all down with grommet screws.
What are these, is this to seal the nails right there?
So for some reason they chose to add shingles on top of the flashing. I'm guessing they thought they were going to protect it, but then they end up having to create like it what is that? So they end up creating more penetrations by installing another unnecessary product on top of the flashing.
So good intentions with
Good
results.
Yes, well said. All right, we're gonna get our overviews. First of all, these gutter screens are doing a pretty good job. Get my overviews. And then start taking a look. You got a bunch of stuff like this going on. So check this out. Can you tell that this shingle is lifted a little bit? If you come around this way, can you tell that it's not completely flush and sealed, right?
Yeah.
So right there, that's a nail that's an under-driven nail. This will never seal. This will never seal because that nail right there is under-driven.
Are they using a nail gun when they do this?
I mean, I think so. I mean, like look at this one. You see that? Let's see. There it is right there. Another under-driven nail. I'm not gonna. There's another one, a bunch of under-driven nails. So I'm gonna get my overviews first, and what I'm noticing as I'm walking the roof are these sorts of problems. Well, you know what what I'm not noticing? Nah, yeah, exactly. Not exactly.
This is like a good shingle, no?
It looks like a, I mean, yeah. People like to shit on 3-tab, but, you know, 3-tab works. Here's another example of this weird flashing situation. Weird flashing situation. Here. I guess it's not really backed out, so it's not a problem because it's not. These fasteners are still fastened down there.
Yeah.
Not a problem like that over there. But I think this can all be taken care of by a refastening job where we use grommet screws. Maybe use a good paint job and sealant job. We got hail damage on the turbine vent. I don't know if we call it damage, but I mean, look. A good dent. Got a nice good dent in it. And then you got fasteners down here that are rusting. So those can use a good bit of sealant. Got some nail pops. Oh yeah, this got it good, but no real crazy damage. I mean, some good dents, but what you do not see is a seam that's been ruptured, nor do you see any cracks. That would be like real hardcore damage. Well, you do see just good dents.
So that's the power behind it, like having this kind of metal, right?
100%. Yep. Sell those metal roofs. I see splatter. I don't really see any.
Wait, what is this?
Oh shit. Let's come back to it. We'll come back to it. Let me finish my overviews. Oh, that's a soft spot right there. Right about 2 steps to your left. All right, since we're on the back side, let's start on the back side. Where's that broken shingle? So first of all, I'm gonna note that this right here, that's a soft spot.
This is soft too, look. Or no?
It looks like it. Whoo, yeah,
Right?
100%. We found a second soft spot.
I'm seeing some, this is probably wear and tear, right? Not from the hill hit.
Yeah. Although, see how large this whole area is right here?
That might be a hit.
But an old one though. That is not going to be created from the last like couple weeks. This guy's just where? Oh shit! Oh shit!
Right?
Yeah, that's the difference between an old roof and a newer roof. Bro. That is undeniable major hail damage on that roof right there. So work these people get an introduction. Dude. It seemed like it came straight down. It seemed like it. Like all the metal up here, it's all looking like it came straight down.
This is hits.
Splatter. This is what's called splatter. The hit here you'll find, I found a hit here somewhere. Right there. No, that's not a good one. I knew that's it. Right there. That's a good dent. I don't know if it'll pick up on your end, but a lot of soft spots on this roof. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot. So this would not be a good candidate to put metal over it. Like because of this reason, this would not be a good candidate to put metal on top. Like, we need to get in the attic. That's what that tells me. All right, let's focus on the back. I know that you found a broken shingle over here, so let's pay attention to that. We're gonna find it right now. Oh, before I even do that, one thing that's a good idea is get this flashing situation right here. All right, I know it's around here somewhere. Right there. Broken. Okay, so a repair job and some maintenance work for sure. Might as well take care of this old situation here. right, I'm taking a look around this way. You know what? It looks like they may have put a new roof on an old one.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Because the thickness of it.
How many layers? So you'd have a starter, then your shingles, then another starter, and your shingles. That's what it looks like. It looks like you got 2 roofs up here, which is within code, technically. More protection, exactly. More bounce for the hailstones, I guess. All right, let's do a quick scan up here. It's broken, that's for sure. It's broken.
Right here too, right?
Let me see.
I mean, that's small, but yeah, it's broken.
Where's the other one you were just pointing at? Like that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's not even, yeah. So what I would point out here is, as far as potential like service, is these areas where you've got these underdriven nails,
Yeah.
like here.
Wait, so
Yep. In fact, not only is it underdriven, it's sideways. So you got a bunch of situations like that.
what can we do?
Replace them.
That shingle.
And an underdriven fastener is keeping this from sealing. Underdriven fastener. Underdriven fastener. Underdriven fastener. Yep, look at that. Underdriven fastener. Fastener is driven sideways.
So a remedy for that would be replacing the whole shingle or what?
Fastener is driven sideways. Yeah. So what you would do is basically you'd have to pull this shingle up, pull that nail out, refasten this nail hole, replace this shingle. So one of the things that this kind of means is that the crew here didn't have real strict protocols or, you know, supervision that really paid attention. Here's another underdriven nail. But you know why? One reason this might be the case is because of the fact that they're so, yeah, exactly. It's a woven valley. How many of them? I don't know. They're about to jack us. This is a badly rusted kit. I know this isn't easy to see, but I found one hail hit. Right there.
There it is.
It is not easy to see, but that is what it is. And that means that the mat has been indented in this granules punched into the mat, while simultaneously there have been other granules in that same area that have popped off. So you've got exposed asphalt, and makes sense. But the fact is that this roof's held up pretty well. Here's another hit. Under driven fastener. Okay. I can't think of anything else.
No, I would just note, because we're out here, and they're gonna sell this house. You know, like if they need some yard work.
Yeah, I know Josh likes yard work. So.
I'm gonna turn this off. We good?
Yeah, I think so. I guess before we turn it off, just a recap. This roof was fastened, installed over an old roof, so we may have two roof systems on top of each other. Not a lot of damage, some damage, but really the roof that's damaged is that one right there. That one could use a good look. So let's figure out how to do that.
So what about this? I mean, because the marring is usually not covered by insurance.
It usually isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if the advice here is that they don't need to file a claim. Yeah, there's some damage. Let's get into the attic and see what the underside looks like.